Hello, fans, and welcome to more coverage here of your Hershey Bears on HersheyBears.com. I'm Scott Stuccio, and it's time to go back in the den, presented by Travel Champs. Today, we're going to look back at that historic series against the Worcester Sharks and the first ever playoff matchup featuring your Bears and the Hartford Wolfpack in round 2. Without a doubt, Friday's Eastern Conference quarterfinals Game 4 will be one in which fans of all ages will ask in the future, hey, remember that game? Highlighted by a hat trick from Casey Wellman, 2 goals from Chris Brown, the first AHL goal from Jacob Verana, and 2 goaltenders combining on a win, it was a tough franchise finale for the Worcester Sharks as the Bears roared to a 10-4 victory. Dustin Gaisley, Tim Kennedy, and Liam O'Brien also added goals in the win, and so did Cameron Schilling, who, along with 2 assists, emerged from the game as the club's scoring leader heading into round 2. Several records were tied or broken in this game. A very difficult benchmark was reached, and if they didn't yet, Hershey has got the attention of the rest of the teams vying for the Calder Cup. Thus, the Bears won their first playoff series since the 2010 Calder Cup Championship. They got Troy Mann his first series victory as our head coach and the 67th series win in club history. But there will be a new first. Speaking of team history, as the Bears and the Hartford Wolfpack are going to meet up in round 2. Hartford drew the Bears by virtue of going the distance in their opening round series against the Providence Bruins. The teams traded wins through the first 4 games of this one, with only 13 combined goals scored between the 2 clubs, 4 goals less than the AHL record for fewest goals combined in a 5-game series. The longest game of the AHL playoff season to date was on April 26th at Dunkin' Donuts Center, a game that required more than 100 minutes to complete. Seth Griffith ended it in triple overtime, putting the Pack on the brink of elimination in last Tuesday night's Game 4. Hartford then eked out a 2-1 win in that one, forcing the winner-take-all Game 5 last Friday, Hartford's 9th ever such game on home ice. Entering the night 5-3 in such home games, the Pack battled back to tie the game twice, with the second coming on a power play with goaltender Jan Denis pulled in favor of a 6th attacker. Chris Mueller struck for the equalizer with just 46 seconds left in regulation, and Tommy Hughes later pulled off the series heroics 4:35 into the extra session. Coupled with the eventual Manchester Monarchs win over the Portland Pirates, the Pack's series victory earned them a date with the Bears. The Wolfpack's 3 scoring leaders may not rank among the league leaders after that first round, but it certainly doesn't mean that they can't have a breakout series. Forward Chris Mueller, who missed one of the 4 regular season matchups with Hershey due to NHL recall, is the only Hartford player to have registered more than 1 goal. His 2 goals and 1 assist tie for the team's scoring lead. Both of his goals have also come on the power play. Another player to watch is no stranger to Hershey. A playoff opponent for the second time in the last 3 years against his former team, Chris Bourque looks to repeat what he did in the regular season, lead his team in all categories with 29 goals, 37 assists, and 66 points. Bourque scored 2 goals against the Bears in 2014-15 and had 6 points in the 5-game conference quarterfinals that helped the Providence Bruins erase a 2-0 deficit and move on to the second round 2 years ago this week. Finally, goaltender Jan Denis played an excellent opening round for head coach Ken Jernander's Wolfpack. Denis went the distance and finished 3-1-1 with a goals against average of 1.39, good for 4th among all AHL goaltenders, and notched a save percentage that also ranked 4th at .954. He posted the second highest save total at 167 and played the most minutes of any backstop in the opening round, 345 minutes 26 seconds. Hershey ripped off 5 goals on Denis in the one game he played against the Bears, a 5-3 Hershey win on March 7th at Hartford. But as they say, that was then, and this is now. Phoenix Copley went 2-1 against the Pack in the regular season, and Philip Grubauer 1-0. The Bears outscored the Wolfpack 12-8 over the 4 games, with their one loss coming on November 9th, a 3-2 setback at Giant Center. One other odd fact, Hershey never faced a Hartford goaltender this season more than once. Tim Kennedy led the head-to-head scoring with 5 points, all assists, while Chris Newberry, a former member of the Wolfpack, scored 3 goals to tie Oscar Lindberg for the regular season series lead in that category. The Bears earned wins against Jan Denis on March 7th, Cedric Desjardins on November 8th, and Jason Mission on October 19th, losing to Mackenzie Skapski and the Wolfpack on November 9th at home. The dreaded 5-game series is over, and now it's best of 7 in each series that remains. The conference semifinal series begins Wednesday at Giant Center and will be followed by Friday's Game 2, with both games in Hershey and both face-offs 7 p.m. The series then shifts to the road, and due to a previously scheduled event at Hartford's XL Center, the Wolfpack will host Games 3 and 4 Sunday and Monday at Worcester's DCU Center. The if necessary home games 5 and 7 will be at Giant Center Wednesday, May 13th and Sunday, May 17th. The if necessary Game 6 will actually be played in Hartford, a 7 o'clock face-off. Well, that will do it for In the Den, presented by Travel Champs. I'm Scott Stuccio. Thanks so much for tuning in here on HersheyBears.com, and we'll talk to you in round 2.